think a remarkable woman, to start off with, has to be perceptive. I think perception is an extremely important thing. It's important to know what's going on both inside yourself and in the outside world. So you have to have some sort of self-reflection to understand what you can bring to the world, but also to know what's going on in the world so that you can understand what you can contribute. So that's definitely a thing. And then perception is obviously one thing. It's also important to be responsive to whatever your understandings of yourself and the world are. So if you can go out into the community and give whatever the best you can give is in order to make the world a better place, or give yourself the kind of self-satisfaction that you want in life, then I think that's definitely an important thing. I think there are many different attributes of a Perth College woman. I think strength is a foremost one of them. Perth College women tend to have this kind of self-belief and the sort of purpose to do what they want in the world, both while they're at high school and then in the future. I remember our principal that we had while I was in my early years of Perth College, Judith Correa, always used to say that Perth College women were competent, confident and caring. And as a 13-year-old, that sounded like a kind of brazen slogan. But now, 10 years after that, I'm thinking, yeah, that's about right. That's about all you can hope for as you go on through the world. That's kind of the best attributes that you could possibly get through the world with. The importance of balance. It's a very easy thing to talk about. Everyone has a vague understanding of what balance is, but actually developing a sense of balance in your own life, both in terms of working hard, having fun, staying healthy, taking care of yourself, taking care of other people, schoolwork, outside of schoolwork. It's all really, really important, and I think Perth College was the perfect environment to foster a sense of balance in your own life and to get to know your other peers and foster that sense of balance together. So I think that was an extremely important thing that we learned. And it takes strength. It's not easy to go through your life with, keeping all the balls in the air. Like something can cloud the horizon and then that becomes something you're fixated on. But if you develop a sort of broader perspective on life, which I think is certainly something that Perth College cultivates, then the sense of balance tends to come naturally. There were two main things that I enjoyed at Perth College. The first was the sense of belonging that this school has. It's something very important to people while they're in their adolescence, while they're going through high school. You're searching for yourself, and if you have a sense of belonging, then that's a good head start, to belong to something. And this school has an amazing sense of community. Between students in different year groups and the staff and the general kind of makeup of the school, there's a real sense of belonging, and that stays with you the whole time you're at school and onwards after that. So I think that's really important. And then coupled with that, I don't know how interlinked they are, but is a sense of fun that the school has, a sense of love for life. You get to the end of 5 years of really intense full-time education and you think, oh, that wasn't so bad. Actually, no, I really enjoyed that. So that was incredible for me. I got to the end of my years at Perth College and I didn't think it had been arduous. I didn't think it had been the toughest years of my life. I thought, that was brilliant. I made so many friends. I discovered things about myself. I learned so much both within the classroom and outside of the classroom, and that was truly valuable. I still see the old girls all the time, and it's always something that there's a balance between nostalgia and between finding out what people are doing in their life now. Obviously everyone's different to what they were like in high school. We've all grown, we've all sort of gone in different directions, but you still have something in common. You still have some sort of shared understanding and shared history, which is a beautiful thing to have with another person. And whether you sit down and reminisce about your time at school and giggle about the things that you did, or whether you just sort of sit down and share things on a personal level because you had that sense of belonging when you're at school, I think it's both a remarkable thing to have throughout the rest of your life. It's always a confident, competent and caring PC girl. It'll certainly make a difference in terms of giving students the opportunity to learn things outside of the classroom. I think it's a unique educational experience, and educational not in the sense of trigonometry or grammar. It's educational in terms of educating yourself about yourself, which is something that I think our education system can sometimes be geared towards what you do immediately after high school, what career you eventually end up in, you know, what are your skills that you're going to contribute to the workforce. And it can forget that your adolescence is a really important time to learn things outside of those kind of really end-driven objectives. So the idea that you can instead think about your own potential, your own strengths and your own sort of hopes for the future is quite a remarkable thing, and that this program will give students the opportunity to develop that with their peers around them. You know, I think not only will you be able to go through this own amazing process of like self-discovery and self-leadership, but you'll be going through it with your other students, and so in some senses that'll bring you all closer together, and in some senses I think sharing the ideas about what you're going through with other people might clarify your own vision for, you know, your understanding of yourself and your future. I do. I think there were a lot of opportunities for leadership and development while I was at Perth College. Obviously nowhere near as structured as this program, but they tend to be the kind of things that you had to sort of use the initiative to find yourself, whereas this program is remarkable because it includes all of the students and everyone's doing it together. You know, it's not the high achieving or the self-motivated students that you need to be encouraging to do a self-leadership program. Like, they might be okay on their own, but the fact that you get everyone involved is what's truly remarkable about this program, because everyone will be going through the same process together, and it will ensure that every single Perth College student gets the chance to fully realise their potential.